page we made in my... What's going on, everybody? In this video I will be showing you how to take our portfolio page we made in my previous video and publishing it on the internet so you can send it off to people and then come look at it. If you are just joining in on this video and you missed the last one, we developed this reactive portfolio web page that will fit to any screen size that you may have. So go check that out if you're interested. If not, let's follow along and get this website published. All right, so these are our steps for setting up a website on GitHub. You can do this for free. GitHub does not charge you anything. Everything we're about to download is free as well, so lucky us. It looks like we've got 8 steps here. Our first step is to make a GitHub account. So if you don't already have a GitHub account, let's go ahead and head over. Here's GitHub. Just go to github.com. My profile is cached, so it defaults to my page, but if you don't have a GitHub account, go ahead and you'll see something like this. Go ahead and hit the sign up button and pause the video, sign up, and I'll meet you at the next step. Okay, once you have your GitHub account created, next what we'll need is our Git application. So if you don't already have Git installed, you can go to Git for Windows, or you can just use or Google Git bash download, and then any of these links up here will work just for whatever operating system you're using. We are using Windows in this video, so I went to Git for Windows. Go ahead and click the download button here. You can click on the executable and you can hit next, just leave everything default. Then you can click the install button when you're ready. I already have it installed, so I will hit cancel. Let that install. And then we got our first 2 steps completed here. Next, we need to generate an SSH key. So once that's done installed, I'll meet you at that step. All right, so I went ahead and got our command for generating this key. This is something we will be entering in to Git bash. But before we open up Git bash and generate that key, let's go over to GitHub. So once you're in GitHub, on your main page here, go to settings. Inside settings, go down to SSH keys. It's right here, about halfway down. And then you're going to want to generate a new SSH key. I'll just give it some random name. And this is what we will be posting our information. So go ahead and open up Git bash. If you're on Windows, you can just search for it. Pop it right open. And you'll get to something like this. So let's copy and paste this command. I'll provide it to you in the description. So go here, hit paste, hit enter. Enter the file in which to save the key. We'll just say test. You can have a passphrase for this key if you want. I just hit enter twice, so no passphrase. And this generated our SSH key. So now what GitHub needs is the information inside this file, the public key. So to access that, go ahead and copy this path, C users root. That'll depend on your operating system. But you want to go to your .ssh file or directory. It's hidden. But in Git bash, you can just do cd and then paste that. And it'll bring you to this directory. You can also just do cd, a little squiggly, which is in the top left of your keyboard, and then .ssh, and it'll bring you right to it. Git bash will accept ls, so hit ls and it'll show you all your keys. I have some previous keys here. And next, what we want to do is we want to get the information inside our test.pub. So go ahead and type vi test.pub. Open it up. This is the contents of the file, so go ahead and copy everything at the top. Once you have everything copied, you can hit colon as a colon Q, and that'll quit out of your VI terminal. All right, so we got that information copied on our clipboard. We can go back to GitHub and looks like I looks like I copied the wrong thing. I can simply just go back here, copy, paste, and then you can add your key. And just like that, your SSH key is now added. All right, so now we're on to step 4. Let's make a repo, and that is referring to GitHub. So I'll go back to your GitHub page. Over on the left here, you'll see repositories, and you can hit new. And what we're going to want to do here is in the repository name, what you're going to want to name this repo is your username for GitHub, then a dot, and then github.io. And then that will be the URL to access your web page that you're about to publish. So the next thing you need to do is make sure you have the public thing clicked here so people can actually see your content, and then hit create repository. And you'll be brought to a page like this. All right, so now what we need to do is, since we made an Angular app in our previous video, we need to go ahead and build that app so we can add it to our repo. Okay, so step 5 and 6 are going to be build the Angular app and then move that build into a /docs file. And I'll show you how to do that. So if you're coming from the previous video, go ahead and stay inside that directory where your Angular app is at. And if you didn't follow me in the last video and you have your own website, I'll show you here in a bit what you'll need and like kind of what GitHub's looking for, since you can do this with any website you're trying to put up on GitHub, any type of app or framework you used. But anyway, let's continue on. So if I look inside the current directory, our portfolio live directory, we can see our Angular stuff and our Angular app, all of our files. And the command you're going to want to use is just ng-build. So click ng-build, and this will actually build the files required to publish this on GitHub, what is actually needed to see your website. So this will take a couple of seconds and we're done. So after you build this Angular app, it's going to put it all in this dist directory. So we can go cd dist. Oops, it's not ls. And then inside there, there's a portfolio live. So you can go portfolio live and go dir again. And then look at this. This is everything required for your website. Most important is this index.html. That's basically your website. All right, so if you open up File Explorer, go ahead and go to where we were just at. We're going to want to make a new file or folder. We're going to want to name it docs. And go inside the dist folder that we just mentioned and copy everything inside paste it inside the docs. And there we go. We're ready to push this up to GitHub. Okie dokie. Next two steps are pushing up to GitHub and publishing. So what we're going to want to do is open up Git Bash. You're going to want to move to your Angular application directory, so that portfolio live directory. And if you're not using the application we built, just go to wherever your index.html is at, but I'll show you where I'm at. So here's that docs folder we made. There's dist and there's source. So that's the directory we're in, and that's what we will be pushing up to GitHub. So if you look back here on the GitHub page, repo page, they have some instructions. I'll be kind of walking you through what we need to do, but feel free to do what you want here. If we go back here, we're going to want to type in git init. That'll initialize your GitHub repo. And then the next thing we want to do is type in Git Status. And as you can see, all these files are new. And what that means is we need to add them. And then after they've been added, we can commit it. So let's go ahead and type in git add with a dot at the end. Everything's been added. You can type in Git Status again. As you can see, it's all green, all these new files. And you can type in git commit -m and then a message commit portfolio page. There we go. And then if you go Git Status one more time, you see nothing to commit. We're all good to go. All right, so next we need to take this command right here, this git remote add origin, and then the GitHub repo. That will connect, oops, that's my terminal. It'll basically connect our local repo to our GitHub repo. So we hit that, and we got that done. So now we can do git branch, this next command. And then finally, we can push this working directory or repository up to GitHub. Oh, I obviously copied the wrong thing. So git push -u origin main. Enter in your passphrase if you have one. And there we go. We should be good. If we hit refresh, there it is. You can see everything in the directory that we pushed up. As you notice, here's the docs and everything you need. So cool. We're working now. Let's go to settings. Inside settings, you can go down to pages here. And I've done this before, so you won't see this, but all we need to do is make sure we're in the main branch here and make sure this is /docs. Then you hit save. And now your site's published at your username.github.io. And if you click on this button right here, it will take you to your published website. So there you go. This is a great way to build your own portfolio website and show it off to people, give them the link, and you got it published on the internet so they can access it from anywhere. If you like this, go ahead and like and subscribe. We got more videos coming down the road. Leave comments on what you want to see, and I'll see you in the next one.